Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Friday, September 12th, 2025. We're going to recap the Thursday Night Football from yesterday and look ahead to Sunday's games. And then same for college football. We'll recap last night's game, look ahead to tonight and tomorrow. Baseball, soccer, WNBA, golf, NASCAR, news and notes, best bet, and Fab 5. Okay, we'll begin with Thursday Night Football. We'll recap it, and then we'll look ahead to Sunday. The Packers beat the Commanders. Of course, they did. And they did so by a score of 27-18. So both the bets I made for this game came through. Green Bay minus the points on the under. So Packers go to 2-0. Commanders drop to 1-1. Jordan Love, 19-31, 290 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jaden Daniels, 24-42, 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. So now we move on to Sunday. So 1 o'clock on CBS, Jaguars Bengals from Cincinnati. My line is Bengals by 3.5, total 41 7/10. And it is 3.5 and 49.5. Way under. The total's high because of the Bengals defense. On Fox, Giants Cowboys, this is probably the Joe Davis game. Giants I have as a 3.5 point underdog, total 39 and 19/20, and Dallas is given 4.5, totals 44.5. This is also an under game. I think that the Giants will play better defensively than they did in this game. And the Cowboy, I know that a lot of people probably like the over because the Cowboy defense stinks, and the Cowboys defense was bad until after the lightning delay. So the under is based on I think the Giant defense potentially being the best unit on the field in this game. Next up, Bears-Lions. That game is on Fox. This should be the Joe Davis game, but it's not because NFC East favoritism rules. Lions I have projected 6.5, total 46 and 9/20, and it is 6.5 and 47.5, so very close. This will not be in Fab 5, slight under. Rams Titans on CBS. My line is the Rams only by 2.5, total 36.25, and it is, where's that line? 5.5 and 41.5. I like this under as well. Patriots Dolphins. That game is on CBS. My line is Miami by 1.5, total 39 and 7/20, and it is 1.5 and 43.5. Wow, all unders so far. This is the week of the unders. This could be another one. 49ers Saints on Fox. My line's 49ers 3.5 with all the injuries, total 38.75. And it is 3 and 40.5. Well, this one's a slight. Next up, Bills Jets on CBS. This is probably the Iron Eagle group again. Or maybe Nance and Romo. This could be Nance and Romo. Oh, I swear to freaking God, if they're at Pat's Dolphins, that's just sick. I have the Bills by 9.5, total 60 and 3/4, and 6.5, 46.5. This is the first over I'm going to give out. And I gave this out as a week bet already. Seahawks Steelers. That game is on. This game's CBS. This could be Nance and Romo. No, it's on Fox. This could be the Joe Davis game also. Or arguably should be. There's two better Fox games than Giants Cowboys. And Giants Cowboys gets Joe Davis. My line Steelers by 5, total 45 and 13/20, and it is 3 and 39.5. Over. It's all totals this week. That's crazy. Next up is Browns Ravens. That game is on CBS. My line is Ravens 16.5, total 51 and 11/20, and it's 11.5 and 45.5. Over. Broncos Colts. Now we're in the 4 o'clock window. That game is on CBS. There's only 3 4 o'clock games. My line's Broncos by 6, total 40 and 17/20, and it is 2.5 and 43.5. Finally aside, Broncos minus 2.5. Also on CBS, Panthers Cardinals. My line's the Cards by 4, total 41 and 13/20, and it's 6.5 and 44.5. This is a fun buyers beware spot in terms of Arizona. Everybody loves Arizona. So I have a 2.5 point edge on the Panthers, and more than that on the under. So I'm gonna give out the under, even though it's minus 120. All right, game of the weekend. 4:25 Fox, Eagles, Chiefs, Super Bowl rematch with Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady on the call. I think they had the Super Bowl last year, didn't they? Or did they have it the year with the bad call? I don't remember. Actually, I think they did have it last year, but I know the Chiefs, one year when they were in the Super Bowl, The Masked Singer was on right after. That was when they played the Niners. But I know I think they had one of the Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowls. Could have been last year. I don't remember. Chiefs by 2, total 45 and 3/4 is my projection, and it is the Philadelphia Eagles as a 1.5 point favorite, total 46.5. So this line has gone back and forth and back and forth. I absolutely hate to make this pick. I know the Eagles are better. I'm going to regret this. I'm going to take the Chiefs getting the 1.5 and minus 102. The second side I take. One favorite, one dog so far. All right, Sunday Night Football, 8:20 NBC. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth on the call. Falcons, Vikes. I have the Vikes by 7, total 46 and 13/20, and it's 3.5, 44.5. So I'm going to lay 3.5 at Minnesota. I just think they're a better team than Atlanta. J.J. McCarthy, home opener. That crowd's going to be behind him. I don't trust Penix on the road in a hostile environment. I'm laying the 3.5. And in the Monday night games, we'll do on Monday night. So that's that. Okay. Now we'll move on to college football. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to today and the weekend. So NC State defeats Wake Forest 34-24. I was wrong about this. I gave out the under for best bet. NC State's 3-0. Wake is 2-1. All right, so Friday, which is tonight, 6:30, Big Ten Network, Indiana at number 22. Indiana State at number 22, Indiana. So my projections, Indy 32.5 total, 55 3/4, and it's Indy 47.5 total, 59.5. Take the points, Indiana State. Colgate, Syracuse, ACC Network, my line, Syracuse 19.5 total, 60, 37.5 to 66.5. Colgate covers. 7:30 ESPN, Colorado, Houston. I have Houston 17.5 total, 39, and it's 3.5, 44.5. Oh, I love Houston minus 3.5. 9 o'clock on Fox, Kansas State, Arizona. I have projected K-State 11.5 total, 51 and 9/10, and it is K-State only by a whopping 1.5 total, 54.5. I'm laying 1.5 with K-State. And then 10 o'clock Big Ten Network, New Mexico, UCLA. My line's UCLA by 2 total, 52 3/4. And it's 15.5 total, 52.5. I'm taking New Mexico getting the points to cover. All right, Saturday, 12 o'clock on Fox, number 4, Oregon at Northwestern. Mine's Oregon 14, total 54 3/4. And it's 27.5, 48.5. I'm taking Northwestern the points. That's going to be a sleepy spot for Oregon. And maybe they slow start, but win, not cover. Number 12, Clemson at Georgia Tech on ESPN. My line is Pick'em. Total's 47. Clemson's only given 3.5, so also 2.5. Woohoo! So I badly want to pick Georgia Tech and the points. Badly with the capital B. But I have to go with the elder. ESPN 2, number 13, Oklahoma, Temple. Mine's Oklahoma by 13, total 47.25, and it's 21.5, 51.5. A lot of people have Temple to cover, as do I. Temple might not be bad. I might have whiffed on that one. On ABC, Wisconsin, number 19, Alabama. Mine's Bama 21, total 47.5, and it is 21.5 and 45.5. Over. Central Michigan, number 23, Michigan on the Big Ten Network. My line is Michigan 19, total 47.25, 27.5, 42.5. Central covers. Houston Christian, Nebraska, Fox Sports 1. My line's Nebraska 24.5, total 51. And it is... Oh, we don't have the FCS. We have some of them, not all of them. We have a couple, but not all of them. Yeah, so we'll do the ones I have. How about that? Towson, Maryland, we don't have. That's on Peacock. My line's Maryland by 5, total 39. By the way, Nebraska 24.5, total 51, if I didn't say it. William Mary, Virginia. That's on AC's Network. I have UVA by 12.5, total 55. Samford, Baylor. My line's Baylor 27, total 61.25, and it's 47.5, 58.5. I think Samford can cover a number. This could be a letdown for Baylor after the SMU game. ESPNU Memphis, Troy. Mine's Troy 16, total 52.5. And it's Memphis by 3.5, total 50.5. Maybe this Memphis team is better than I think. I'm taking Troy plus the points and plus 140. Buffalo, Kent State, CBS Sports Network. My line's Buffalo 14.5, total 49.5. And it is 21.5 and 47.5. The points. 12:45, South Alabama at number 24, Auburn. Mine's Auburn 23.5, total 57.5. And it's 24.5 and 54.5. Over. 2 o'clock, New Hampshire, Ball State. I don't have any numbers, but I have New Hampshire actually giving 3.5 total 35.5. I'll bet New Hampshire, assuming that they're an underdog. 3 o'clock UConn Udell. My line's Udell 13 total 52.25. And it's UConn 9.5 total 52.5. Oh, I'm taking Udell plus 9.5 and plus 245 outright. I don't think UConn is good at all. All right, 3:30 Fox Sports 1 Villanova number 2 Penn State. My line is Penn State 19.5 total 43.25. This one's up 48.5 55.5. I'll take Villanova in the points. I think Villanova is one of the best teams in the FCS. I want to take them to cover. All right, on ABC, number 6, Georgia, number 15, Tennessee. This is probably where game day is, if you had to make a guess, right? I have Georgia by 2, total 61.5. And it's 4.5 and 15, 4.5 and 49.5. Over, for sure. On Fox, Oregon State, number 21, Texas Tech. I have Tech 9.5, total 65.5, and it is Tech 23.5, total 62.5. I'm going to take the Beavers to cover. CBS, USC, Purdue. Mine's USC 9.5, total 61.75. It's 21.5, 59.5. I'm taking Purdue to cover. Norfolk State, Rutgers. Mine's Rutgers 14.5, total 56.5. That game is going to be on Big Ten Network, as is this one, Youngstown State, Michigan State. I don't think that lines up yet. I've Sparty by 10, total 55.75. Wazoo, North Texas. That's on ESPNU. My line's North Texas 17, total 46.5. And it's 5.5, 57.5. Oof. I gotta lay the points. SMU, Missouri State, CBS Sports Network. Mine's SMU 18, total 68.75, and it's 27.5 and 60.5. I'll take Mizzou State in the points. ESPN Pitt, West Virginia. Mine's Pitt 1.5, total 51.75. And it's 7.5 and 56.5. I'm going to take West Virginia getting the points. I kind of think West Virginia outright plus 220, but you never know. Richmond, North Carolina on ACC Network. I have Pick'em in 36. I know this one's up. It's 21.5 and 46.5. I'll take Richmond in the points. Belichick's team stinks. Northwestern State, Cincinnati. My Cincinnati 32.5, total 46.75. That is not up. Neither is Incarnate Word UTSA. I have UTSA 11, total 55.75. Morgan State, Toledo 32.5, total 53.5. 4 o'clock ESPN 2. Number 14, Iowa State at Arkansas State. My line is Iowa State 8.5, total 56.7. And it's 21.5 and 55.5. I'm going to take Arkansas State in the points. Did they move a game time? Or did this game get canceled? Louisiana, Missouri. What happened? This is weird. I can't find that game. Oh, the game got moved to 1 o'clock. Oh, there it is. I have Missouri 18.5 total, 52.5. I apologize about that. That is on me. I did not think much of it with the time getting moved. And it also says 4 o'clock here. That's so weird. 27.5 and 47.5. I'm taking Louisiana and the points. All right, UTEP, number 7, Texas. My line here is Texas 24, total 42.25. It's 40.5, 51.5. I'll take UTEP and the points to cover. 4:30, number 18, South Florida, number 5, Miami on the C-dub. Nobody would have guessed this would have been a big game, but here we are. Mine's Miami 19, total 43.5, and it's 17.5 and 56.5. Under, but boy, I love to bet Miami because the newly ranked team, I love going against those teams, but not enough value for me. I like the under. Liberty Bowling Green at 5 o'clock. My line's Liberty 14.5, total 45, and it is 5.5, 51.5. I'm weighing 5.5 with Liberty, and no, they will not be in Fab 5 this week. Middle Tennessee, Nevada. Mine's middle by 12.5, total 48.5. And it's Nevada 9.5, total 49. That's insane. Give me Middle Tennessee plus the points and plus 275 outright. Alcorn State, Mississippi State. My line is Miss State by 4, total 49.25. That's not posted. FAU, FIU. That's also at 6 o'clock. My line's FIU by 8, total 50.25. And it's FIU 2.5, total 59.5 or 58.5. Under. Merrimack, Kennesaw State. Mine's Kennesaw 26, total 39.75. Not posted yet. Eastern Kentucky, Marshall. I have Eastern 6.5, total 47.75. So that's another outright dog that I will be eyeing. Monmouth, Charlotte. My line's Monmouth 8.5, total 56.5. That's another underdog I like as well. 7 o'clock on Peacock, Ohio at number 1, Ohio State. I have State by 16, total 45.75, and it is 3.5 and 50.5. I'm taking the points, the cover. On Fox Sports 1, Western Michigan at number 9, Illinois. I have Illinois 20.5, total 52.75. And that is 27.5 and 50.5. Western covers. On ESPN, Arkansas at number 17, Ole Miss. I have Ole Miss 15.5, total 63, and it's 6.5 and 62.5. I'm going to lay 6.5 at Ole Miss. That is low. Way too low. Old Dominion, Virginia Tech. Mine's Vatech 2, total 50, and it's 6.5, 50.5. I'm taking Old Dominion in the points. Jacksonville State, Georgia Southern. I have Southern 28.5, total 55, and it is 3.5, 58.5. I'm laying with Georgia Southern. Murray State, Georgia State doesn't get posted, but I have State 25.5, total 63.75, meaning Georgia State. App State, Southern Miss. It's a lot of Sun Belt right now. Southern Miss 16, total 46.5, and it's App State 3.5, total 56.5. I'm taking Southern in the points and plus 136. Prairie View, Rice. I have Rice 5.5, total 40.25. That's not posted, obviously. All right. Where we thought game day was probably going to be, but not anymore. This game's not as sexy as it looked a week ago. For the obvious reason, 7:30 ABC, Florida, number 3 LSU. Reese Davis, Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit on the call. Mine's LSU by 10, 36.5. And it's 7.5 and 46.5. Under. LSU defense is legit. NBC and Peacock. Number 16, Texas A&M. Number 8, Notre Dame. I have Dame by 12, total 58.5, and it is Dame 6.5, total 50.5. Over. Eastern Michigan, Kentucky on ESPNU. Mine's Kentucky 6, total 55.75. And it is 24.5 and 46.5. Eastern in the points to cover. UMass Iowa, Big Ten Network. Mine's Iowa 21, total 43.75. And it's 34.5, 42.5. I'll take UMass in the points. New Mexico State, Louisiana Tech. I have State 1.5, total 39.25. And it's La Tech 9.5, total 43.5. I'm taking New Mexico State in the points and plus 285 outright. I think that is high. East Carolina, Coastal Carolina. My line's Coastal by a half, total 42. And it's Eastern 7.5, total 57.5. Ooh. I think the total's high. I like the under. Vandy at number 11, South Carolina, 7:45 on the SEC Network. I have South Carolina by a half, total 48.75. And where is this game? Did someone get injured? Oh, there it is, 3.5 and 48.5. I'm taking Vandy getting the 3 in the hook. I think that's a close game. I think Vandy either wins outright or comes close. Number 20, Utah at Wyoming, CBS Sports Network, 8 o'clock. Mine's Utah 7.5, total 43.25. And it is 23.5 and 46.5. I'll take Wyoming in the points. Duke, Tulane, ESPN 2. Mine's Duke by 4, total 52. Or total 54. Duke by 4, total 54. And it's Tulane 1.5. Or I'm sorry, Tulane by 4, total 54. I read that wrong. And it's Tulane 1.5, total 52.5. I'm going to lay the 1.5 with Tulane against Duke. Ab Christian TCU is actually up by TCU 5.5, total 52. And it's 37.5 and 56.5. I'm going to take Ab Christian to cover. Navy Tulsa. My line is Navy 16.5, total 49.5, and it's 14.5 and 52.5. Close numbers, under. Akron UAB at 8:30. My line is Akron 7.5, total 58.5. And it's UAB 11.5, total 57.5. That's crazy. Give me Akron in the points. Plus 315 to win outright. 9:45. Fox Sports 1, Air Force, Utah State. So that's a conference game. My line is Air Force by 3, total 58.5, and it's 4.5, 51.5 under. Southern Fresno, that line's not up, but that's 10 o'clock. And my line's Fresno 1, total 50 and 3/10. On ESPN 10:30, Minnesota, Cal. Old Pac-12 after dark. My number's Minnesota 14.5, total 46.5, and it's only 2.5 and 41.5. Oof. I'm laying 2.5 of Minnesota, but that won't be in Fab 5. ACC Network, BC, Stanford. My line's BC 9, total 57.75, and it's 13.5, 44.5. Over. That's way too low. TNT, Texas State, Arizona State. Mine's Zona State 22, total 64.75, and it is 17.5 and 60.5. So that's a hard one. But I'm going to go with the over. And last but not least, Portland State, Hawaii at midnight Eastern. Mine's Hawaii, 29 till 53 and 11/20, but that obviously is not available. Okay, now move on to baseball. We're probably going to rapid fire through the next couple segments. We'll recap everything and look ahead to today. So O's over the Pirates 3-2. White Sox over the Rays 5-1. Jays over the Stros 6-0. Marlins over the Nats 5-0. Yanks over the Tigers 9-3. Guardians over the Royals 3-2. Phils over the Mets 6-4. Mariners over the Angels 7-6 and 12 on a walk-off. Padres over the Rockies 2-0. All right. We have an afternoon game at Wrigley today at 2:20. The Cubs are hosting the Tampa Bay Rays. They are minus 178 favorites. Rays are plus 150 over under 7.5. Overs minus 122. Unders even money. Rays plus 1.5 is minus 154. Cubs minus 1.5 plus 128. It's Shane Baz and Matt Boyd. I'm going to lay the run line with the Cubs minus 1.5 plus 128. Royals Philly 645. Mike Lorenz and Walker Buehler. Phil's minus 132. Royals plus 112 over under 9. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. Royals plus 1.5 is minus 200. Phil's minus 1.5 plus 164. I like the over at minus 115. Pirates Nats, Mitch Keller and Brad Lord. Nats minus 110. Pirates minus 106. Over under 8. Overs minus 106. Unders minus 114. Pirates minus 1.5 plus 164. Nats plus 1.5 is minus 200. I'm going to go with the Pirates minus 106. O's Jays. Chris Bassett and Trevor Rogers. Jays minus 134. O's plus 114. Over under 8. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 115. O's plus 1.5 minus 176. Jays minus 1.5 plus 146. I'm going to take the O's at plus 114. White Sox Guardians. Martin Perez and Tanner Bibbe. Guardians minus 174. White Sox plus 146. Over under 7.5. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. White Sox plus 1.5 is minus 154. Guardians minus 1.5 plus 128. Over. Tigers Marlins. Tariq Skubal and Sandy Alcantara. Tigers minus 210. Marlins plus 176. Over under 7. Overs minus 102. Unders minus 120. Tigers minus 1.5 minus 113. Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 106. Tigers run line. All right. Series of the weekend in baseball. Yankees Red Sox from Fenway. Luis Gil, Lucas Giolito. Yanks minus 122. Red Sox even money over under 9. Overs even money. Unders minus 122. Yankees minus 1.5 is plus 136. Red Sox plus 1.5 is minus 164. So the Yankees in this hard stretch that they've endured with the Jays, Astros, and Tigers. They've been favored every game, and they were favored here tonight. 5-4 in those games. I hate to do it. I'm picking Boston plus 104. I don't think I've ever picked Boston as an underdog against the Yankees on the podcast ever. I'm doing it tonight. That's because I don't trust the Yankees in Fenway. I don't trust them on the road against a good team. I know they went 2 out of 3 in Houston. That was nice. But this is more pressure because it's Fenway. And you could argue Boston's a better team than Houston. And you could argue Houston's just overrated. MLB Network, Rangers Mets from Citi Field, Jacob deGrom against Jonah Tong. So Jacob deGrom back at Citi Field. Is this his first game back there? Probably, because he didn't pitch 2 years ago when they won the World Series. Was he even on that team? Yeah, but I think he was hurt. So this is his return to Citi Field. This is a big deal in this city. Mets minus 112, Rangers minus 104, over under 7.5, overs minus 118, unders minus 104, Rangers minus 1.5 plus 152, Mets plus 1.5 is minus 184. Oh, the Rangers are definitely winning this game with DeGrom. I feel better about this than I do about the Red Sox. Like, the Rangers are going to win. Jacob deGrom is going to look like the Jacob deGrom he was on the Mets. And he's pitched really well this year. I'm taking the Rangers, -104. Astros Braves at 7:15. We don't know what's going for Houston, and Hudson Waldrop's going for Atlanta. Astros -132. Braves +112. Over under 8.5. Overs even money. Unders -122. Stros -1.5 +132. Braves +1.5 -160. I'm taking the Braves +112. I mean, the case against the Braves is all this Brian Snitker rumors. But I'm picking them here. 8 o'clock, D-backs, Twins, Brandon Pfaadt, Pablo Lopez. Twins -132, D-backs +112, over under 8, overs -122, unders even money. D-backs +1.5 is -196, Twins -1.5 +162. I'm going to do the Twins on the run line -1.5 +162. I don't feel good about it because they're so bad. The Diamondbacks are way better, but there's a reason they're favored by that much. Or by a little, I should say. I was looking at a different line. Cards Brewers, Andre Palante and Quinn Priester. Brewers -184, Cards +154, over under 8.5, overs -102, unders -120. Cards +1.5 is -103, Brewers -1.5 +108. I'm laying it with the Brewers at -108. 9:30 Rockies Padres. JP Sears and Tanner Gordon. Padres -310, Rockies +250, over under 8, overs -106, unders -114. Rocks +1.5 +120, Padres -1.5 -144. I like the over at -106. 10 o'clock Reds A's, Brady Singer and JT Gibb. A's -120, Reds +102, over under 10, overs -115, unders -105. Reds -1.5 +158, A's +1.5 -194. I'm taking the Reds at +102. Angels Mariners, Yusei Kikuchi and Luis Castillo. Mariners -164, Angels +138, over under 7.5, overs -122, unders even money. Angels +1.5 -152, Mariners -1.5 +126. I'm going to lay the run line with the Mariners. -1.5 +126. Last but not least, 10:15 MLB Network, rivalry game, Dodgers-Giants, Yoshi Yamamoto and Justin Verlander. Dodgers -154, Giants +130, over under 7.5, overs -114, unders -106. Dodgers -1.5 +116, Giants +1.5 -140. I don't have the balls to pick the Giants outright, but I do think this is a potential hangover spot for Yamamoto after losing the no-hitter the other night. So I'm going to go with the over. And the Dodgers need the game because NL West is not done yet. All right, and then the weekend, we're going to look really quickly for those games. So Saturday, 2:20 Rays Cubs, 3 o'clock O's Jays, Pirates Nats, MLB Network Yankees Sox, Tigers Marlins, Rangers Mets, 6 o'clock Royals Phillies, White Sox Guardians, 7 o'clock D-backs Twins, Astros Braves, 8:15 on Fox. It's an exclusively nationally televised game between the Cards and the Brewers. 8:30 Rockies Padres, 9 o'clock Dodgers Giants, 9:30 Angels Mariners, 10 o'clock Reds A's. And then Sunday 11:30 Pirates Nats, 1:30 Astros Braves, Royals Phillies, O's Jays, White Sox Guardians, Tigers Marlins, MLB Network Rangers Mets, 2 o'clock D-backs Twins, Cards Brewers, Rays Cubs, 4 o'clock Dodgers Giants, Reds A's, Angels Mariners, Rockies Padres, and of course Sunday Night Baseball, 7 o'clock on ESPN. Of course, like I said, it's the best series of the weekend. Yankees Red Sox from Fenway. Red Sox only a half game back of the Yankees in the wild card. So the winner of this game is getting the top wild card. Winner of the series. And I kind of think Boston wins 2 out of 3. But the Yankees have doubted me in this stretch. I know they lost the Tiger series. like I said, they were not winning all those hard series. Those 2 games against the Tigers were just so embarrassing. And then they go and kick butt last night. Okay, now move on to the WNBA. We'll recap the games, and then I'll make my round 1 picks. So, results on the final night of the regular season: Liberty over the Sky, 91-86. Wings over the Mercury, 97-76. Lynx over the Valkyries, 72-53. Aces over the Spark, 103-75. All right, so the WNBA series is so we're gonna go in order of the series is so 1 o'clock on ESPN on Sunday, Game 1, Valkyries Lynx. Best player in that series is Nafisa Collier. So it's best of 3 in the first round. Valkyrie's great season. I just think the Lynx are better. So I'm going to pick the Lynx in 2 games. So the Valkyries are a 13-1 underdog. Lynx 2-0 is minus 300. I think that's easy money. 3 o'clock ABC Game 1 Fever Dream. No Caitlin Clark, best player in this series. You can make a case for Kelsey Mitchell. You can make a case for some other players. Atlanta's minus 450, Indies plus 340. I think this is a sweep ball, so no Caitlin Clark, you're done. Minus 105. 5 o'clock ESPN Liberty Mercury. Wow. The Liberty are kind of have fallen. They're just a big name team at this point. I know they won the title last year, but I feel like they've fallen off. Best player in this series, I'm going to say either Sabrina or Brianna, or you could argue Alyssa Thomas for this year. But I hate to do this as somebody that kind of has a narrative of being biased. Sometimes I'm picking the Liberty in 3. You never underestimate the heart of a champion. The Liberty are actually favored minus 210, so I actually don't hate the pick, but I'm picking them in 3. I think Phoenix wins 1. So Liberty in 3 plus 260. And then 10 o'clock ESPN Storm Aces. Best player in the series is Jackie Young. I think this is a 3-game series as well. I'm going to say Vegas in 3. They're minus 550. Seattle's plus 390. Aces 2 is minus 125. I think Seattle wins 1, so I'm going to say plus 210. And in the games, so Game 1, Valkyries Lynx, I'm laying the 13.5 with the Lynx. Fever Dream, over 158.5. Liberty Mercury, I'm going to lay the 2 with the Liberty. I think they win Game 1. And then Mercury win Game 2, and that goes back to 3. And in Storm Aces, I'm going to lay the 7.5 with Vegas in game number 1. Okay, now move on to soccer. We don't have a lot of results to get to in soccer from yesterday. So Spanish Copa de la Reina, Guadalajara over Orentencion 10-0. So that was the lone result from yesterday. So all the regular stuff are back today and this weekend. So 3 o'clock today, La Liga, Sevilla, and Elche. Sevilla minus 120, LK plus 370, draw plus 240. I'm going to go over 2.5 goals minus 120. Bundesliga, 230 ESPN2. Leverkusen, Frankfurt. Leverkusen plus 110, Frankfurt plus 210, draw plus 270. I'm going Leverkusen plus 110. Women's League tonight, 10 o'clock on Prime Video, San Diego and Gotham. I'm just pulling that up really quickly. San Diego plus 140, Gotham plus 195, draw plus 210. I'm going with Gotham plus 195 as a dog. Liga MX, 9 o'clock Necaxa. FC Juarez. I'm just pulling up the odds real quick. Necaxa plus 105. Juarez plus 260. Draw plus 240. I'm going with Necaxa plus 105. And 11 o'clock, Mazatlan FC and Unam. Unam plus 110. Mazatlan plus 250. Draw plus 230. I'm going with Unam at plus 110. French League 1, 245. Marseille and Lorient. Marseille minus 280. Lorient plus 650. The draws plus 440. I'm going to go with over 3.5 goals plus 124. ELC 3 o'clock. Ipswich and Sheffield United. So that one is Ipswich minus 140, Sheffield plus 350, draw plus 270. Over 2.5 goals minus 105. Women's Super League 230, Man City in Brighton and Hove. So Man City minus 390, Brighton plus 850, draw plus 470. I'm going to go over 3.5 goals plus 114. And West Ham Arsenal. Arsenal minus 550, West Ham 13-1. The draw is plus 550. I'm going over 3.5 goals with this one as well, plus 116. The Pro League, 11:30, Al Ettifaq, Al Ali, Al Shabab, Al Hazim, and 2 o'clock, Al Hidiab, and Al Fateh. In League 1 tonight, Charlotte FC Naples. All right, Saturday. So that would be all right. Premier League 7:30 Arsenal Nottingham, 10 o'clock AFC Bournemouth Brighton and Hove, Crystal Palace Sunderland, Everton Aston Villa, Fulham Leeds, Newcastle Wolverhampton, 12:30 West Ham Tottenham, and 3 o'clock Brentford Chelsea. La Liga 8 o'clock Getafe Real Oviedo, 10:15 Real Sociedad Real Madrid, 12:30 Athletic Club and Alaves, and 3 o'clock Atletico Madrid and Villarreal. German Bundesliga, 9:30 FC Heidenheim and Dortmund, Union Berlin and Hoffenheim, Mainz RB Leipzig, SC Freiburg and Stuttgart, VfL Wolfsburg and FC Cologne, and 12:30 Bayern and Hamburg. MLS 7:30 Atlanta, Columbus, CF Montreal, St. Louis, Charlotte, Inter Miami, DC, Orlando, Cincinnati, Nashville, New England, Toronto, Chicago, NYCFC, FC Dallas, Austin, San Jose, LAFC, Seattle Galaxy. So the last 4 games I listed were 8:30. So Chicago, Dallas, San Jose, Seattle. Those are all Central Time. 7:30 starts. All right, 9:30 Eastern, Colorado, Houston, Real Salt Lake, Sporting KC, Vancouver, Philly, and then 10:30 Portland Red Bulls and San Diego, Minnesota. Women's League, North Carolina Angel City at 12:30 on CBS, 5:30 on Ion, Orlando Bay FC, and 7:30 on Ion, KC, Washington. Liga MX, 7 o'clock Pachuca Cruz Azul, 9 o'clock Atlas Santos, Tigres Leon, 11 o'clock Toluca Puebla, and 11:15 America and Guadalajara. Serie A, Cagliari Parma at 9, at noon Juventus and Inter, and then 2:45 is Fiorentina Napoli. French League 1, 11 o'clock Nice and Nantes, and 3 o'clock AJ Auxerre and AS Monaco. ELC 7:30 Charlton Atlantic Millwall, 7:30 Oxford United Leicester City. Preston North End and Middlesbrough, 10 o'clock Coventry Norwich, Sheffield Wednesday Bristol City, Stoke City Birmingham City, Swansea City Hull City, Watford Blackburn, 10 o'clock also West Bromwich and Derby County, and then Wrexham and Queen's Park. Dutch Eredivisie, 10:30 Ajax PC Zwolle, 12:45 Go Ahead Eagles FC Volendam, and EC Nijmegen and PSV. 3 o'clock FC20 NAC Breda, and Feyenoord and Heerenveen. And then Sunday, I believe we have a lot as well. Premier League Sunday, 9 o'clock Burnley Liverpool, Man City Man United. La Liga, 8 o'clock Celta Vigo Girona, Levante Real Betis at 10:15, 12:30 Osasuna Real Vallecano. 3 o'clock on ESPN Barcelona Valencia. Bundesliga, 9:30 St. Pauli FC Augsburg. Magenblock and Werder Bremen. Women's League, 3 o'clock Chicago Portland, 6 o'clock Utah Houston, 8 o'clock Seattle Louisville. Liga MX, 7 o'clock Carretera Monterrey, 9 o'clock San Luis Atletico and Tijuana. Serie A, 6:30 a.m. AS Roma Torino, 9 o'clock Atalanta Lecce. Pisa Udinese, 12 o'clock Sassuolo Lazio, and 2:45 AC Milan and Bologna. French League 1, 9 o'clock Lille Toulouse, Brest Paris at 11:15. Metz Angers, PSG Lens, Strasbourg Le Havre AC, 2:45 Stade and Lyon. 7 o'clock ELC Southampton Portsmouth, Dutch Eredivisie, 6:15 Excelsior Sparta, 8:30 FC Utrecht FC Groningen, 8:30 Heracles AZ Alkmaar, 10:45 Telstar and Fortuna. Women's Super League, 7 o'clock Aston Villa Chelsea, Leicester Liverpool, London City Man United, and 9:30 Everton Tottenham. Scottish Premiership, 10 o'clock Kilmarnock Celtic, Pro League, 11:30 Al Raida and Al Najma, Damak Niam SC, and 2 o'clock Al Nasser and Al Khaloud. Wow, so that was a lot of soccer, and more soccer than I anticipated. I'm going to do a quick golf real quick. We're just going to do notables. For golf right now. Procore. Your leader, 9 under, Mackenzie Hughes, tied for second, 8 under, Ben Griffin and Matt McCarty. Tied for fourth, 7 under, Ryan Henley, Lucas Griffin. Tied for seventh, 5 under, Taylor Montgomery, JJ Spawn. Tied for 10th, 4 under, Seth Thiglia, Matt Kuchar, Jonathan Bird, Austin Eckroat, Emiliano Grillo, Ashkay Bahita, Trey Merritt. Tied for 20th, 3 under, Joel Dahman, Chad Ramey, Grayson Higo, Matt McDilly, Peter Malnati, Adam Hadwin, Harry Springer, D.A. Skins, Matthew D. Smith, Rio Hisatune, Ben Coles, Patrick Knowles, Sam Ryder. Sam Ryder's actually tied for 30th with 2 under. BH Trey Mullinax, Martin Laird, Scotty Scheffler, Taylor Hogue. Tied for 51st at 1 under, Jason Duffner, Mark Hubbard, Adam Svensson, Seamus Power, Sam Burns, Luke Bliss, Doug Gim, Mac Meisner. I'm not doing the rest. Like I said, rapid fire the rest of the way. NASCAR trucks, they raced last night. Your winner of the race was Lane Riggs. I'm just going to give out picks for the races. So, Bristol tonight's Xfinity. Should be a fun race. And I'm going to pick Brandon Jones for the Food City 311 to 1. And then the Cup Series is actually tomorrow night at Bristol. The Best Pro Shops night race. I'm going to pick Joey Logano. That number just jumps out. 18 to 1. I just think that... Actually, no, that's a lie. I don't want to... Brad Keselowski, I like that call better. 22 to 1. Kyle Busch, I think, is washed as a good NASCAR driver. All right. Now we'll do a snapshot of news and notes. So Austin Eckler tore his Achilles. That's brutal for Washington. Jaden Reed broke a collarbone. He'll miss a lot of time. A lot of people got hurt in this game. Dietrich Weiss, leg injury. Brock Bowers hoping to play against the Chargers. Angel Reese is out. Was out for the finale. The Yankees had Donald Trump at the stadium last night in attendance on the 24th anniversary of 9/11, which I thought was awesome. It's always cool to have the president in the house on a day like that, especially in that area that was heavily affected. We didn't even touch on 9/11 on yesterday's show. There's just a lot going on. But yeah, 24 years that's just crazy. And then next year's the 25th anniversary, and it's on a Friday, and the Yankees are hosting the Mets, which I think is unbelievable. So Hockey Canada verdict, 5 players involved in trial and will be reinstated and eligible to play starting December 1st. The Packer fans last night were chanting, "Thank you, Jerry." That is so funny. Love it. The Giants claim former Jets receiver Xavier Gibson off of waivers. The Knicks re-signed Landry Shamet to a 1-year deal. And then Kevin Durant says supposedly doesn't want his teammates to take a back seat to him. That's what Ime Udoka said about Kevin Durant. Okay, best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. Mine's an easy one. I had a reaction when I saw the number of this line. It's in college football. I don't do the Friday games in Fab 5, but I love this one so much, so I'm going to make it best bet. And that is going to be the Houston Cougars minus the 3.5 at home against Colorado. This is the second Friday in a row where I bet against Colorado in best bet. I don't care. So I'm going to go with the Houston Cougars minus 3.5 at home against Colorado for best bet. Okay, Fab 5 time. We'll start in college. Pick number 1 of the Fab 5. I am going to go with the over in a big game, and that is the over in the Georgia-Tennessee game. The number is 49.5. It's minus 118. I just feel that both of this game will get into the 50s. So That's the first one. Pick number 2 in the Fab Five. I am going to go with, no, not the Liberty Flames. There's a lot of dogs I like. And I wish some of the FCS lines were out, or else I'd absolutely pick them. I'm actually going to go with the favorite for pick number 2. And then I'm going to lay points with Ole Miss. I almost took Ole Miss last week in the Fab Five, but I didn't. But I'm going to go with them here against a team in Arkansas I think is a little overrated. So I am going to go with Ole Miss minus the 6.5 against Arkansas. Pick number 3 of the Fab Five. I wanted to go under in Florida LSU, but I'm going to back off. So instead, I'm going to go, I know this line's going to drop, or I could get this at a better number. What I'm going to take New Mexico State getting the 9.5 against Louisiana Tech conference game. And I just think that that line's high. Pick number 4. I'm not laying points in Minnesota, don't worry. Where was it? I think I skipped it when I was looking. No, I'm not going to Georgia Southern again. Middle Tennessee getting 9.5. I'm taking against Nevada. That's pick number 4. And pick number 5 is going to be Delaware getting 9.5 at home against UConn. And ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, Delaware will also be my underdog outright money line of the week at plus 245 against UConn. I just think UConn sucks. And they're not as good as they were last year. The NFL Fab Five. All right. The first one I'm doubling down on a total. It's the over in the Bills-Jets game. It's 46.5, and I'm still going to jump on it. That's pick number 1. Pick number 2. I'm laying 11.5 points. I want to lay 11.5 points with the Baltimore Ravens. But instead, the total's at a good number, so I'm going to go over 45.5 in Browns-Ravens. I thought about the Ravens for a pick earlier in the week. And the Baltimore Ravens are also my Survivor pool pick for this week as well, to try to go 2-0 in Survivor. I know I don't like picking against a team that's playing a division game, but they're playing the crummy Browns. And I've not heard one person pick the Browns. So, 2 picks, 2 overs so far. Pick number 3 of the Fab Five. I am going to take The over. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to do that one. Hold off. All right. This is the classic positive regression, negative regression pick that's bound to crash and burn. There's no way Daniel Jones is going 2-0. I have to lay 2.5 with the Broncos against Indy. I just don't think Indy's good, and I think it says more about the Miami Dolphins than it does about the Colts. So pick number 3 is going to be the Denver Broncos minus the 2.5. Pick number 4, I'm going to lay 3.5 points of the Minnesota Vikings against the Falcons. I just think that they're a better team than the Falcons. Pick number 5 of the Fab 5. I'm going to go with the under in Jacksonville, Cincy. Do I feel great about this pick? No. But I just think that's a high number. I know this could be a shootout. I know Cincy's defense stinks. But that's just a high number. Plus, Jacksonville's defense might not be terrible. So this is a bet on the number. If this is like a lot of yards game, maybe there's missed field goals and stuff. We'll see. And the underdog outright pick of the show. I'm going to pick a team that's over 2-1 to win. I think that the obvious underdog pick is on Monday night. But I don't know if I want to save it, but I want to pick a team that's on Sunday rather than a team that's on Monday night. Excuse me. But I'm going to be kicking myself if but I could get the one on Monday night at a better number. And I could this is so hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it safe. And I'm actually going to announce it right now because I don't want you guys to wait. I'm taking the silver and black as my underdog pick of the week against the Chargers at plus 146. Like I said, over 3 or over plus 125. And this is over plus 125. And my other pick that I was probably going to give out was Tennessee plus 210 to upset the Rams. But I couldn't go against Sean McVay. I just couldn't. So there you have it for the show. I'll be back on Monday. Have a great weekend, everyone.